If money has been stressing you lately, there is something important you should know. Most people don't usually lose money in one big mistake. They lose it slowly in small, quiet ways. The problem is these leaks don't feel serious at the time. It's just some small expenditure here and there. But after a few weeks, you start feeling very tight financially. And you can explain why money is always tight. In this video, I'm going to show you small money leaks that silently create stress and how simplifying your expenditure can bring you more peace without feeling deprived. If this is you, stay with me for a minute. The first problem is that money leaks usually seems invisible. Usually we don't notice how we are losing money. And sometimes we begin to attribute it to other financial, spiritual occurrences. Now, the first thing that I'm going to look at is mostly subscriptions you forget about. So the first money leak I'm looking at today with you is that when you have one subscription, one membership, maybe payment subscription that you are on, it doesn't hit, it doesn't look much. But if you are on one, two, three, up to let's say six, this may contribute to a big financial expenditure at the end of the month. The funny thing is that most of these subscriptions, you don't use them, but they still charge you at the end of the month and they deduct it from your bank account. Most of them also have a trick up their sleeve, which I'm going to show you. The first thing what they do is that the first subscription is usually beat down. The price is always something that you can usually cope with, maybe $5, $6 subscription. But the renewal subscriptions usually are a bit higher than the first subscription. So for you to know that one of the ways that money leaks are usually through subscription that we've forgotten about and we keep being charged for even though we don't use them. The second leak that happened to us is small daily spending that becomes a lifestyle. We have routinely spent money on certain things such as maybe some particular snack that you can do it. There's a particular drink that every single day you can drink up to three of them. There's a particular lifestyle expenditure that you have that you don't see it as a big deal, but in the long run those smaller routine expenses becomes the invisible money leaks that happens to us daily. So if you have your lifestyle in such a way that you have to consume a particular um let me say commodity on a daily basis, not just once, maybe multiple times in a day, you have to revisit how you are spending this money because it is one of the invisible leaks that you are likely facing and it, in the long run causes financial stress. The third leak is buying comfort instead of stability. Yeah. Sometimes when we are stressed, when we are discouraged, when we are in a situation that we don't really see it as a long term situation, but we spend money in such a way that we can feel comfortable in the short run. Those expenses are usually not worth it because in the long run we don't really benefit from it. We are doing emotional spending, and emotional expenditures are usually a way that money leaks from us silently. And you can look around. There are so many things. Just check your room. There are so many things that you've purchased, and it was out of emotion, out of one particular moment that they are sitting there idle and they are of no value to you. So emotional expenditures or spending for comfort is usually one of the ways that money leaks from us. The fourth and the final one I want to share with you today is keeping too many financial obligations, right? Now, there are so many financial obligations that a lot of us keep. We have so many accounts, so many bills to pay, so many repayments to do. And these are usually a cause of us stressing financially in the long run. The more complicated your finances become, the harder it is to take control. So complexity increases your stress and simplicity increases clarity. Now, the long view solution, what do I recommend if you are leaking money in this way and you become stressed in the long run? The first thing I want you to look at is um, cutting what doesn't matter. There are some things that you really don't need. You need to cut them. Keeping what adds value, things that really add value to you, you can keep them. Reducing your obligations, your financial obligations, giving some people have used you as their monthly budget. They have used you in your monthly budget because they know they are going to bill you. So some of these obligations you can reduce them if necessary, and building peace over the long run. Now, in simple terms, for you to prevent these leaks and gain financial freedom in the long run, do these things right after watching this video. One, review your subscriptions. If you have any form of subscriptions, check the subscriptions that you have. Those that you are not using, but they are deducting or charging you every month, make sure you cancel those subscriptions and save money from leaking. Secondly, review your last 30 days expenditure. Check how much money you spent the last 30 days and look at what usually take bulk of your money. Now, if you don't have any way of checking, probably there are no receipts, the money just gone, the things you bought, there were no receipt. Let me give you a way. Going forward, if you are the type that spend, I have a daily lifestyle of spending on certain commodities. Anytime you purchase them, keep the, let's say, the cover or whatever, the casing. If it's a bottle product, keep the bottle after consumption. Just find somewhere and keep them. At the end of the month, go and count and calculate. You will see how much money that lifestyle have taken from you, and you'll be able to review it and to know how much you're going to save if you are able to control such expenses. The other thing I want to mention is identify what's adding stress to you. Sometimes you see you have money, but you really don't know what you have used it for. Usually the money doesn't disappear, it doesn't vanish. Those expenses that look minute, they look small, the monies that you don't really value, they eventually add up to become the big money that you cannot account for. So mostly we don't lose money in a big way that we can simply say, oh, I lost 10,000 to this, which is easier to account for. But sometimes we lose money in a smaller amount that we think they don't hurt at the moment, but they compound to become the main source of why our financials are not in good shape. And you will learn that most financial stress isn't caused by one big mistake, just as I said, and it often caused by small leaks over time. So these leaks are usually the cause of how we become financially stressed in the long run. If this video is helpful to you, share, subscribe, and give me a comment. Thank you.